I'm Dr. Carney. Early one morning recently, I pulled into a drive-thru restaurant to get my morning coffee and breakfast. I placed my order and was told to pull around to the first window. I started to pull around so that I could pay at the first window, then pick up my breakfast at the second window. It isn't a very complicated process. However, everything seemed to be backed up and moving slowly, and I hate to wait. I often find myself wondering why they are called fast food restaurants. Anyway, when I finally got to the window to pay, no one was there. I was not sure what to do. I was still waiting to pay when the car in front of me pulled away from the pickup window. Finally, the lady at the window leaned out and motioned for me to pull forward. I hate that. I pulled forward and told her that I had not yet paid because no one was at the first window to take my money. She rolled her eyes and said, "I know, we're having a few challenges today." I asked if the person who is usually at the first window had gotten sick and gone home. The woman smiled and said, "I wish she would just go home." I realized then that there was some kind of conflict going on inside among the employees. I paid, got my food, and left. As I was driving away, I thought about what had just transpired and about the fact that I never want to be someone who others are standing around wishing, "Would you just go home?" I can see you smiling now. You know exactly what I mean and what I'm talking about. We have all worked with people in our clinics, in our offices, we dreaded to see coming our way. They are negative, critical individuals who often carry a chip on their shoulder, have a bad attitude, know everything, and have 100 other issues. They drain the life out of you because everything they do adds more work, disharmony, tension, and stress to your environment. It really would be better if they would just go home. It would break my heart if I thought people felt that way about me as a doctor. Of course, anyone can have a bad day now and then. But when we are down, and that happens, discouraged, and that happens, and perhaps even unkind to other people, we can do something about it. Have a disagreeably poor attitude hurts other people in your environment. It doesn't help others to have a better day. In fact, it only makes matters worse for everyone. At times like that, you have to try to remember that life is not just about us. It involves others with whom we interact daily. I realize that some individuals are not very people-oriented and prefer working alone. However, there will still be times when it is necessary to interact with others. You're the doctor, and that's what's going to happen. This is when you need someone that does that extra work, someone that lifts other people up instead of pulling them down. I've been around people who have lost a family member or someone they have been close to and heard them say, "Life really is easier now that they're finally gone." They were not usually saying that because of some difficult physical challenge they may have been required to deal with that took a lot of time and effort. Most people can handle those kinds of issues. It is typically said of someone who was so negative, critical, mean-spirited, and sharp-tongued that everyone is relieved when they're finally dead and gone. I know this is a horrible thing to say, yet you and I both know that it's true. I hope and pray that at my funeral, which should be a long way off, people will not be standing around saying, "I'm glad he finally just went home." I want to live my life in such a way that the daily contributions I make to other people like you will be sorely missed. This week, let's all focus on being encouragers and helpers so people will be glad that we showed up for work and not wish that we would just go home. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next video.